Finally got a little bit of time to show off the 95, the daylight. Go over some of those electronic repairs I was talking about. I first took apart all the connectors, all the electronic connectors all over the bike, underneath that cover right there, and cleaned them out with CRC electronics cleaner. Tested all the components, everything was working good. There were some bronze prongs or brass prongs inside the connectors. Some of them were a little dirty, so I just took a little tiny file, and cleaned that up. Put a new battery in with some new hardware, and I put some dielectric grease on there, seal up that connection, and it helps prevent moisture getting in there and any water or anything. But it seemed to really do the trick. I mean, she's cranking up pretty nicely. I forgot to get the keys, but oh wait, no, I got them right here. I'll crank it up in a second. Another thing I did was I renewed all the fuses. Got a new starter. Actually got a couple of those just in case they go out. I plan on keeping this bike just because it's so cheap and easy to maintain. It's a 600, so you know, it saves enough gas for me. So I bought quite a few parts. I got like 3 solenoids. I went ahead and changed one of them out, the original one. It was giving me some problems, so I changed it out, and I cleaned up the connector for it on the other side. I put a new fuel filter from K&N, an oil filter, and an air filter. So just kind of cleaned up a lot of grime, taking some brake clean to most of it. It was real dirty. The front sprocket and rear sprocket and chain is my next add-ons. Not sure what kind of gear ratios I'm going to go with, or not gear ratios, but you know, teeth on the sprockets. I don't know if I'm going to go for acceleration or top end speed. But probably whatever's going to give me the most speed per gear, since it's only 4. But let's see, what else did I do? New spark plugs. I took the wires out, I cleaned them with some of that I think it's called VPR lotion by Chemical Guys. Just kind of renews them and revitalizes them. You know, sometimes they shrink over time without treatment. I also put some spark plug boot grease inside of there. It's kind of like the dielectric grease. It just seals it up, it lubricates it in case you need to pull those wires off. I think it actually helps them snap on a lot better, so. But let's see, what else? I just recently flushed the engine coolant system. It had the old style green Honda coolant in there. It was a little grimy. I was having some problems. The radiator was kind of clogged up, so I actually took that cover off because it was stripped and just hanging on. It was bent, all kinds of stuff was in there, so I took it off, flushed the whole system. I had to take a garden hose to it because it just had so much crap coming out. I can't believe the bike was just running with that other guy. So I went with the engine ice. It's a blue kind, or blue color, and I am very impressed with it. It seems like it made the bike act completely different. I mean, it's strong, powerful, and clean now. And it was pretty hot today. I rode it for quite a lot of miles, back and forth, doing all kinds of stuff. Had to get some chainsaw fuel and oil, and just I had to go a lot of places to get some errands done for the work. And she never had a problem. So, trying to think what else. There's just been a lot of in and outs. Most of the parts were just kind of janky on it. I've had to delete a lot of stuff, like that front sprocket plate. It was screwed up. I had to take it off. And my next thing is the carburetor. As you can see, I got some yellow discoloration in there. It didn't do that for the longest time, and then it started not too long ago, a couple weeks. And I asked the guy, I said, hey man, do you know what's up with this? Like, did it ever do this with you? And do you know anything about it? And he said, oh yeah, I took the carbs off and cleaned them, and I slapped them together. I said, what? How did the gaskets look? And I couldn't believe he said it, but he was like, oh, they look like crap, so I just took them out and slapped it together. I was like, oh man, you got to be kidding me, buddy. Like, you really aren't joking? He said no, he didn't think it was a problem. So now I am pretty sure that is the main issue. I know a lot of guys talk about that piece in there. I forgot what they were calling that. Center tube or connect. I forgot now, but I have to look back into it. Because I'm just learning as I'm going on this bike. But yeah, I'm having to take some brake clean and carburetor cleaner to it constantly, because it's just turning the block yellow, and it just looks nasty. And it's actually riding pretty good. I hate to keep riding it like that though, now that this issue showed up, so I'm kind of trying to take it easy. But right now my truck's in the shop, so I have no choice but to ride this one. That's kind of why I bought that little Chinese scooter for 200 bucks, so I can just kind of get around the local gas stations easily. Well, I haven't, run this one down too much. But yeah, once my truck gets back from the shop, I should be able to get all the parts for the carburetor, and I could take this one apart, and it won't really matter how long it takes me. I think it'll only take me really a night, but just in case something pops up, because I really want to do some research on the jets. I did upgrade the air filter, and the previous owner took the baffles out of the stock pipes. So, matter of fact, let me see if I can crank it up. It sounds pretty good, but I'm thinking I need some more jets, some bigger ones. Probably a little cold out here. No? Yeah, a little bit. It's been a while. I've been letting her cool off for a good bit since I rode her so hard. I mean, she sounds good. Sounds real healthy. Got a good idle. Cranks up like a champ now. I cleaned those prongs over there. I need to do this side next for the signals. It's not giving me any problems, but might as well, Just kind of going through the whole bike right now. Yeah, the front plastic covers, the screw is stripped out on the top, and there was a few plastic prongs that broke off, so I'm gonna have to order another one of those. But for now, it ain't gonna really hurt anything too much. But that's pretty much it for the electric side, I believe. I think I mentioned renewed the fuses. Yeah, it really hasn't been giving me any problems. Nothing's been added on, no accessories. So, just funny stuff like this, like my phone mount. I usually carry some canvas saddlebags. I just throw them on. They've never given me any problems. Hold a ton of stuff. But that's perfect for me. I really don't care for the hard bags. I like the old school cowboy canvas. If I need them, I need them. If not, I can just run it naked. Looks real good. But if I think of anything else, I will make some more updates. Just got to get some parts in so I could do some stuff. It needs new brakes. They're not really shot, but I'm just going to go ahead and get new front brakes and new rear drums. I did renew the fluid. It has the 2 screws in there, but one of them was stripped, and I just didn't want it walking out or vibrating loose, so I put some Gorilla Glue tape on there just to kind of help out, just in case. But yeah, so far she's running like a champ.